What'd you think of Happy Gilmore 2?
No, it was good. I would give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Don't give it anything. Okay,
What?
It's an Adam Sandler funny good time.
Well,
Not everything needs to be rated.
Well, I'm telling you how I liked it.
I don't want to hear it. Okay, it doesn't need to be rated. It's just, did it make you laugh?
Well, yeah, but I mean, there are horrible things that make me laugh too. Well, that's not a.
I'm not talking about you standing at traffic lights waiting for entertainment.
Ooh, that's good. Good. You want to taste it? Will you go into anaphylactic shock? Loser.
I don't care if you're making fun of my medical issues.
I'm gonna throw off your levels. It's good, right?
That is really good.
You could tear through a couple of those.
Why is that so good?
Because it's full of chemicals.
Was it taurine in that?
It's
Got the taurine?
Extra taurine.
Extra taurine? Yeah. Kids doing that taurine?
No, it's just Coke. It's good.
No, just cocaine.
It's good. Just stay away from that taurine.
The Unchosen Ones.
I wanted to do a petition to have Jupiter's Legacy back on the air.
I loved Jupiter's Legacy.
How do you do a petition?
I think there's like a place called petition.com. You could start with that.
You think we should do it?
I think it's already out there.
Is it really?
People love that show. It was great.
Fantastic.
It was one of the best superhero. I mean, I can't say it was one of the best adaptations because I didn't really read the book. I knew about it.
It was like a good mix of gritty and comic booky. It was very good.
It was very good.
Josh Duhamel was very good.
Josh Duhamel is amazing in that. Yeah, and great effects. I thought
it's
the
a good
effects
story.
were cool.
And they ended on such a cliffhanger.
I know, because they thought they were going to do more.
I forgot I watched it again. I forgot how it ended. I was like, wait, this is it?
I know. It sucked. It
bullshit.
sucked that was it. It was really well done. I was so into the story, like, you know, the betrayal of what's his face? Who was the guy that betrayed them?
I forget his name. That's not it.
I kind of forgot actually, you know, I should watch it again.
Watch it again. It's a good rewatch.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It's an easy watch, too.
It was excellent. It had like kind of a little bit of an Invincible tone to it. You know, like you know, that kind of like.
It was unique. It was its own thing.
It was its own. It's Mark Millar. Mark Millar is one of the best comic book writers out there. He's
well
great.
done.
He did, Mark Millar did Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass, right? Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
He did Nemesis.
No.
That was a comic. Remember that one? He wears all white.
Yeah.
He's like the anti-Batman. The police have to deal with a guy like Batman, but he's evil.
Yeah.
That was cool, right? He's a sick
I'm surprised Snyder didn't do that.
Millar does it well. You know, he is very good. Actually, you could team them up. Mark Millar movies, a Mark Millar script with a Snyder direct.
As long as the script is, Millar's.
Matthew Vaughn did the Kick-Ass movies, and he's a great director too.
But Millar wrote it.
But Millar wrote the source material.
Oh.
Want to start the show? Let's just keep talking about Jupiter's Legacy the entire time. A whole 60 minutes on Jupiter's Legacy.
If we could watch it, we could do a watch party.
A watch party?
Yeah.
0 RSVPs. Not even Josh Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel has entered the chat.
I do a whole show with Josh Duhamel.
You might be able to get him at this point.
No, he's A-list. What are you talking
He
about?
did a great show, Las Vegas. Remember that show?
Oh, Las Vegas was amazing.
Love that show.
That was a
also
great show.
cut short.
It was cut short.
His stuff's always cut short.
But it went on for like 4 or 5 seasons.
I guess.
No, it had its run.
Was Vanessa Marcel in that?
Vanessa Marcel was definitely in there. What do you mean it was? You know she was in it.
I don't remember if it was her or not.
Vanessa Marcel is one of the all-time
What?
it girls of all time. Okay, let's start the show now. So apparently the MCU is back again. I'm so sick of hearing
Until
this.
the next movie.
I mean, I'm so sick of this. Every time since Endgame, there's a good MCU movie. Oh, the MCU is back. How many times is the MCU going to come back again? I thought this was settled after Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
All right. Then it was settled again after Black Panther. Then it was settled again after Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Then it was settled again after Deadpool and Wolverine. Right? And now it's settled once again after Fantastic Four that it's back.
Is there a higher bar for anything?
I mean, come on, man. What's
an unwinnable high bar?
What is this? This is it. This is an impossible bar to reach. Every single time there's a good movie. Oh, it's back. It's ever since Endgame. People keep bagging on the MCU. Meanwhile, they've had all these great movies since Endgame.
Do the shows not count?
I don't think anything counts anymore. Like Deadpool and Wolverine made over $1 billion. Apparently, it doesn't count. How does it not count?
Yeah, they don't count that as like a Marvel
How does it not count?
They don't count.
It's literally just all. I mean, it's Deadpool and Wolverine, and they go to they have Happy Hogan in it. They go to the 616 in the. I mean, at least they go to the 616, and is with Fantastic Four. They spend the entire time in an alternate universe. They never even touch 616.
No.
So how is Deadpool and Wolverine less of an MCU movie than Fantastic Four?
Know. And then like as it ages, I think people are like cooling off on it. Like they don't want to admit that it was good. I hear a lot of people like, well, it's not as good as I thought. I remember it.
Stop the planet. I want off. I was really surprised that, I mean, I loved it. You loved it, right?
What?
I can do this, but you can leave. You can go. I don't need you here.
I did love it.
Are you loving it? Are we trying to get McDonald's as a sponsor? Is that what's happening?
Fantastic.
That'd be great, right? Yeah. I love a Big Mac. Isn't the Big Mac the best?
I haven't had a Big Mac in forever.
I know, me either, but it's the best. It's so good.
You should get one.
I know. Just get one right now. Let's eat it on the show.
If we get sponsored, we get all the Big Macs we want. That's how that works.
But no, Fantastic Four was amazing. It was really good.
I love that.
It was so good.
I expected it to be good.
I didn't expect it to be, you know what I didn't expect it? I didn't expect it to be so self-contained. You know, it was like its own little thing.
It's its own world.
I thought there was going to be more connection to the 616 universe. Like we didn't get a resolution for the Thunderbolts after credit scene.
Yeah.
There was nothing on that.
Well, you don't know what. I mean,
no, but there was no, like I thought at the end of this movie, they were going to be on the ship, you know, flying through the universe. And that's why we saw that in Thunderbolts, but we didn't get that. This whole thing was like a self-contained little Fantastic Four movie. And you never had to see any other MCU movie before this. So that surprised me. I'm not saying that's bad or good.
I'm just saying wanted to establish.
I'm just saying it was surprising. Yeah. It was so well done. The tone, the retro futuristic tone. They did that so well.
It wasn't even corny really. It was good. Like
it wasn't corny at all. No. It was
I thought
really
it was
well
be
done.
A little
corny.
Some of the previews looked like corny-ish, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't at all. No,
good,
I didn't get that feeling from the previews. No, I mean, they had Silver Surfer coming down saying your world's about to be annihilated. That wasn't corny.
I thought they were going to be a little bit more corny, but they were pretty serious.
No, they were good. Everything was, I think it was very well done. Yeah. And so much for the bad CGI with Silver Surfer. No, it looked great.
Fantastic.
She looked great.
Yeah, seamless.
Looked very, very well done. Yeah, that was a big nothing burger.
There was one part that I saw something a little weird, but it was a nothing.
You're going to frame by frame.
No, I know.
Didn't Superman's foot extend in one of those
I saw
scenes?
That, yeah. I didn't see that in the movie.
I didn't see it in the theater, but it comes up. Yeah, I listen.
Well, it sucks now.
You know how much, like you ever go over something, you ever proofread something you read and you've read it 100 million times?
Sure.
And after you publish it or we send it in or you can it, you still find one little mistake.
All the time.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get everything so perfect. Yeah. We're just spoiled rotten is what we are. Pascal, excellent Reed Richards.
I forgot it was him halfway through.
I was shocked at how good of an acting. I thought he was just going to do Pedro Pascal, which he does in a lot of movies, but he does, he has different tones and he can dissolve into the character. I thought he dissolved into Reed Richards more than I've seen in a lot of other characters.
Yes, he really did.
Yeah, he really wasn't Pedro Pascal. He was just this very ultra intellectual, kind of went into Vulcan mode, but with just the right amount of emotion.
Right.
He sees all the angles all at once. Kind of a torturous existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. He, knowing everything all the time.
Because he puts logic over feeling too.
Over feeling, yeah, which is what Sue was so upset about, but he can't help it.
No,
yeah, you got it. You can't have that part of him without without the genius part. You can't have it both ways. That's the sacrifice you make when you're that brilliant.
I mean, I would have just given up the kid. One kid, the whole universe.
That movie is 6 minutes long. If you're Reed Richards,
6.
Too long. That's the extended cut.
6,
That's the Snyder cut. It's the Snyder cut if you fit 6 minutes.
I mean, one whole universe, one kid. I mean, I get it, but the math is the math.
F that. No one's getting it. If it was my kid, no one's getting it.
People didn't like the her pushing Galactus.
Listen, you don't get in front of mom and her baby, right? That's the thing. You don't get. She's ultra powerful. People don't understand.
No. Yeah.
People don't know how powerful she is. She's kind of, she is, she's not a mutant, but I mean, she would be up there in the Omega level with that power.
When you put, she's trying to save her child. She taps into something.
Taps into something.
They could have made it I could have seen if they made it a shorter distance. Like if she just needed one big push.
Yeah.
But she pushed him like a long way.
Okay, so
I'm
what?
just saying, they could have made it, they could have gotten around it if they wanted to.
Write a note to Kevin Feige.
I will right after this. We always speak after the show.
I wasn't bothered by that at all.
I
know she's very powerful, and she was fighting for her child. Yeah. And I could understand how maybe the 90% of nerd boys that have seen this movie don't understand what it is for a mother to protect her child.
Well, as it was going, I was like, oh, they're not going to like that.
You knew right away there were red flags.
But they're nerfing Galactus.
The ultimate would have been as if she just shot a Nerf gun at Galactus,
picking stuff up and throwing like rocks and shit.
A Nerf boomerang, throws it and gets literally nerfing him. That would have been excellent.
I called The Sacrifice by Silver Surfer, if you go back.
Right, you did. She could be alive though.
No, but she
being tortured.
Yeah, but all she knew she was getting, that was it.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't that the same in the other Fantastic Four movie too? I mean, he did the same thing. He sacrificed himself to get rid of whatever the entity of Galactus was in that movie. So, but I definitely think we're going to see Norrin Rad at some point as well. Yeah. So I don't, there's still no reason to be upset that they used the female version of her.
Sure there is.
It's literally, world 828, the Kirby universe. We can refer to it as.
Who do you think's on the ship?
See now it's up for grabs. You don't know who's on that ship.
Did Doom take the kid and he's on the ship?
Could be anything now since they didn't resolve it. Yeah, it could be anybody.
They're saying that the ship is different.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it's the other Fantastic Four from another universe.
Maybe it's the Fox Fantastic Four.
Well, they're saying the ship looks different. Like it's,
Maybe it's Chris Evans cursing up a storm.
As long as it's not the Miles Teller Fantastic Four.
Oh, right.
That's horrible.
That was bad. It was on the other day, and I tried to watch some of it.
Ooh.
So bad.
No.
Yeah, it was really, really poorly done. Not that Miles Teller was good in it. I think he was good.
Yeah, he's all right. I know. He's like Shia LaBeouf to me.
What? No, Miles Teller is very, very good actor. He's way above Shia LaBeouf.
Way above?
Way above. No, Miles Teller's one of my favorite. You didn't see
Whiplash?
Whiplash.
Or you say drum line?
Drum roll. I was going to say drum
roll. That was the working title, drum roll.
Whiplash.
Whiplash is great.
Oh, and he was great in it.
Yeah.
No, he's been in a lot of great stuff, Miles Teller.
Name something else.
War Dogs.
War Dogs is good.
Oh, want me to name something else?
Name something else. Name 5 more movies.
I can, actually. He's one of my favorite actors. Maverick.
All right. Was he great in that acting wise? I mean,
was he bad?
It wasn't bad, but I mean, it's an act. He wasn't.
Was anyone great in that?
No,
but he did a good job as Goose's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was believable.
All right. Name 6 more movies. That's like the old Family Guy thing.
What's it called?
Susie.
Wow, a song named after a girl. There aren't a million of those already.
Name 20.
Rosanna, Roxanne, Michelle, Allison, Sarah, Angie, Brandy, Mandy, Gloria, Cecilia, Maggie May, Jessica, Nancy, Barbara Ann, Billie Jean, Layla, Lola, Polly, Helena, Jenny from the Block.
Name 6 more.
Sherry, Laura, Wendy, Maria, Peggy Sue, Minnie the Moocher.
Name 5 more.
Tracy, Jean, Jane, Mary Ann, Eleanor Rigby.
Go f*** yourself.
So the baby, Franklin Richards, he's basically, if you don't know, he's basically on power level wise, he's basically the Dr. Manhattan of the Marvel Universe. He can control matter. He even in one story, Galactus was his herald. He made Galactus his bitch. Yeah. That's how powerful this guy is.
How are you going to use him?
I don't know. They're going to have to nerf him a little bit.
Yeah.
You can have a Dr. Manhattan walking around. No, but he's super powerful. So that's why everyone wants him.
So he's going to be the main thing of Secret Wars?
Could be. Yeah. He could be the main thing. He could be the MacGuffin. Yeah. The little baby could be the MacGuffin.
Baby's Day Out.
Super cute baby. I think it was a real baby, they said. It wasn't all CGI. Like they probably maybe did some, it looked a little CGI-ish sometimes, the baby, but they said it was an actual baby on set. And we saw that Doom, the little Doom after credits scene. Right. So I guess we're supposed to think that the Robert Downey Jr. Doom, he is from the 828 universe.
Oh, yeah.
I guess,
And then
right?
he wasn't at any of the big meetings. They kept showing the empty seat.
Right.
So where was he? What was he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. So, like, because in the previous movies, they've shown that Doom was with them on the ship.
Yeah.
But I believe in the comics, that's not how he gets his powers. He's not in the accident with them four in the comics. It's a totally different origin story. So they're probably going back to the original Doctor Doom origin here. So they can really open it up.
I don't know what the comic books that he keeps showing, if they have anything.
Yeah, all I know is that they're going up in price. Every time he shows one. It's like insider trading.
Whether you think he's buying them? And
He's buying them and selling them. It's all him. It's all Robert Downey Jr. on eBay.
I don't think he needs the money.
His username is DRJ.
They'll never know.
Very inconspicuous.
I like that it was comic booky. I want to see comic booky.
That's the new thing now,
That's
man.
what I always want to see.
That's the new direction, comic booking. We got Superman. We got Fantastic Four. They were very comic booky.
I don't want to see realism. I mean, fine, if you want to, fine, but I don't want to see that in my comic book movies.
You're not saying that. You don't mean that.
I do mean that.
No, you don't mean that. I'm going to tell you what you mean. I'm going to tell you what you mean.
You realize what's going on right now, right?
I'm Davesplaining.
Okay.
I'm Davesplaining.
Tell me what I think.
You want it to be comic booky, but you want the undertones of it to have realism. But you want the presentation and the showmanship to be comic booky.
I just want to see a comic book come to life.
Tell me I'm right.
You're not right.
I am right about that.
I want to see the comic book
but you
on
don't
the
want
screen.
you don't want silly, stupid stories.
I want comic book stories.
Yeah. You want comic book stories, but you want, like in Superman, the undertones of it had relations to real world stuff.
But don't regular comics have relations?
Yes, they do.
So it's a
Yes.
comic book.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want silly, goofy stuff.
Well, no, not silly, goofy stuff.
Yeah,
but I
right.
want it to look like a comic.
But some
book.
people, when you say comic booky, they think you mean silly. They equate it
no.
with silly.
I would say silly then.
Yeah, but they don't. That's not how they think.
That's their
they think
problem.
comic booky equals silly.
No, that's not what I mean.
I know that. That's why Davesplained for everyone.
Well, that's not for me. That's for them. But I don't want to see realism. I don't understand that. I don't want to see. Like, I want to forget.
You don't
want to
see gritty.
You
don't
know,
want to see.
I want to
gritty.
forget the real world when I step into a movie theater.
Right. Well, yeah, but you're not going to forget
Have
the
you
real
been
world.
outside? I don't want to. I want to forget that.
It's too hot. It's too hot out there. I'm not going.
I
out
don't
there.
want to go in and keep thinking about that. I want it.
Yeah. What you want to see is like a world where there's resolution to all the problems in the real world.
I want the good guy to win at the
Yes.
end. And I want
Yes.
to come out feeling like I did when I saw Superman, happy.
That was fun. That was like a drug. I need to see it again.
I don't
I'm
want
jonesing to see it again.
I don't want to come out like I felt coming out of Man of
Throw
Steel.
me the pillow. Throw me the pillow. Give me the pillow. I want to hold. I need to hug it. Give me the pillow. I want the pillow. I want to hug it. Emotional support plushie.
$14.
$14 at Regal. Regal has the best merch. They really do. I like
to have the merch.
Yeah, I didn't realize how good they were versus all the other places. They have the best merch. Look how cool that is. That's etched in. That's nice.
AMC never has merch.
No, they never. They had all the popcorn buckets. They had these cool pillows. I should have got another one.
You should have.
Got two.
Could have
right.
sold it.
I know.
Should've bought all
I got
of
the
them.
Captain America. Throw me the Captain America one.
Oh, come on.
Get up and give me the Captain America one. Everyone wants to see it. Yeah, I got that one too. See? And then on the back, real nice, good detail, like good craftsmanship on these things. Yeah, and I keep the tags for prosperity.
Prosperity?
Yeah. There might be a little bit of a kinsmanship going on between DCU and MCU with these babies. Because didn't James Gunn say something about the main character, like Rocket was like the quote unquote main character throughout the Guardians movies? He said the quote unquote main character is not someone who you think it's going to be.
Right.
You told me, who did you say it was
I
going
think
to
it's
be?
Baby Joey.
Baby Joey, right? It could be. You might be right
It's an
about that.
odd placement. He was very important to scene. Like
Right.
Superman had to save him.
Right.
He's
could
going to be something.
So like that, and then with Franklin Richards in the MCU, there could be like kind of a parallel going on there.
Maybe.
You don't know. Yeah.
Maybe they'll have him fight at some point.
But I thought that was like Street Fighter. But I thought that was very intuitive of you, very unlike you. Very undave. Very undave.
I'm intuitive.
No, that was a good point you made. I was very happy. I was very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Oh, you kiss my ass.
I'm probably rubbing off on you is what happens.
Yeah. You rub off of me, I'll need antibiotics.
You're not the first person who's come forward with that accusation. Okay, so once again, it's been quiet in comic book land. There's just not a lot. I mean, things are going on, but nothing. I have a bunch of pre-orders in.
Where is comic book land?
I would like to go there.
Is that on the West Coast?
I think it's in San Diego. You're not getting off that easy because I have Sandman to talk about. Okay, so I assume you still have not seen the Sandman Netflix show.
You assume correctly.
That's a tragedy. Okay,
I tried to watch it. I don't like it.
There's no trying, and it's really, you know what? You're kind of a bitch, really, because
I've been called worse.
You have suggested things to me.
Yeah,
and I watched Narcos,
but they've all been good.
Okay, but I didn't like Narcos in the beginning. It took me a good 5-6 episodes to get into it.
You don't know something good when you see it. I do.
I'm not gonna go for the gaslighting this time. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
gonna get you eventually.
I'm not gonna go for it. Sandman might be one of the best comic book adaptation entities, movie or TV, ever created.
Rank it.
7.
No, with other stuff.
Okay, show-wise?
What's it in? Like, what's in the grouping with that? Is The Boys in that grouping?
I would put, okay, so here, I'll just take things that I think are above it. Okay. There are not many. Okay, Loki is still above it.
Okay.
Loki.
Heard of it.
I'm struggling here now after Loki. Name some other things.
The Boys?
It's better than The Boys.
It's better than The Boys.
It's better
You're
than
out
The
of
Boys.
your mind.
No, I'm not. It's better than The Boys.
If we get enough comments that say it's better than The Boys, I'll watch it. I need 20 comments.
20?
20.
We're not getting 20.
I know, that's why I said 20. Not stupid.
It's amazing. It's an incredible achievement. Now, the thing I want to talk about, because we're not debating whether it's good. It's fantastic. Okay.
Well, you're not.
You're going to watch it eventually. I'm going to get you to watch it. It's you got to give it a shot.
I gave it a shot.
No, you watch what? Half of the first episode?
No, 3 episodes.
Okay, you got to give it.
Okay, I just watched the first 2 seasons.
Get to episode 6.
6?
Yes. Get
That's
to episode
ridiculous
6.
if I have to watch 6 episodes.
It's not. It builds, because I'm building your impatience into it, okay? He meets his friend Hob in episode 6.
Stupid.
No, it's my favorite episode where he meets Hob. Episode 6 where he meets Hob is maybe the best episode of the entire 2 seasons. You got to watch it. It's crazy good.
I'll give it 6 episodes.
Watch it through 6. Okay?
I'm going to be hooked after 6?
If you're not, then you have
what do I get if I'm not?
Pulse.
What if I get if I'm not?
You get to have bad taste is what you get to have.
I want money.
So do I want money too. Who's paying me?
I want $100 if I don't like it.
I'll give you $2.95.
Oh, that seems like low.
That's a good Friday betting for you. $2.95.
That's a whole night.
That's a whole
one night. I could stretch that into a weekend.
That's a whole parlay for you.
I've stretched $3 into like months. Believe me.
Lots of ramen. But the main thing I want to talk about though is that it's people feel that it's tainted because of Neil Gaiman's, the writer, his name is Neil Gaiman, big time comic book writer, big time fiction writer,
big time something else.
I know it's heartbreaking, really, is what it is. But first of all, let's make sure we say it doesn't look good, but it is alleged. He has not been found guilty in a court of law. We're still in the United States, I think, right? Lately, I don't. Yeah, we're still there, right?
Iffy.
It's still the United States. He has not been found guilty. But it looks bad, right? It looks bad. And people are heartbroken over it. Like my sister-in-law, she loves, Neil Gaiman, but she won't watch the show because she hasn't gotten over it yet.
But he hasn't been convicted yet.
No, he hasn't.
If you can watch everything under the wire before he gets convicted, you're good. You just got to steamroll through it.
So right? You're just saying get
it through.
Right. So you just, if you sneak it in.
Right at the buzzer.
This is Dave's law. Sure. You know how like in Cocktail they had Coughlin's laws, right? Yeah. These are Dave's laws.
It's like the 3-second pickup rule. I mean, if you watched all before he gets convicted, you're good.
I am with that portion. I have no problem with watching the show because when I watch a show, I don't just see the actors. I see the makeup artists, the gaffers, the guy holding the boom mic, sweating his ass off, the costume designers, all the people backstage. It takes so many people, the visual effects people losing their eyesight on the computer, the editors. It's so many people to put these things together. You're not watching it. He already lost his deals. He's already been hurt.
Right.
Now, by not watching it, you're just hurting all those people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into these things for months and months, years of their life into this, and then you're not going to watch it because one guy screwed up.
But I mean, everything you watch, somebody in the making of it is a bad person.
If you go back, inventions that we use, all right, there are a lot of bad people who did a lot of bad things, and we use daily things that they invented, or watch things that they were, watch things they created. If you go back, you'll have nothing left.
Right.
If you start to parse out every single little thing.
I mean, it's already been made. It's already on Netflix.
Yeah, it's already
You're not
there.
buying it.
No,
you're buying
it was
Netflix.
already-
You're not paying for that.
Exactly. You're not. It's a travesty to let it go by the wayside and not watch this show. It's a triumph of sci-fi and fantasy. It's actually more high fantasy than sci-fi. This show.
I mean, I'd have no problem even after he's convicted.
There's no. You're only doing yourself a disservice, and you're hurting all the artists that made this thing. So watch it, and don't worry about Neil Gaiman's issues with the show.
I mean, what are you doing by not watching it?
Nothing. You're not doing
saving
anything.
any lives.
You're just depriving yourself of an excellent show.
It's a little bit of a fake, what are you doing?
Well, it's not fake because I understand how it would hurt someone who's a big fan of it. Like, oh, I can't watch it now because they're thinking about is I'm supporting, because he is getting money,
But he's getting it whether you watch it or not.
whether you watch it or not.
So you're not
It's
giving
already
any
baked
extra
in.
money.
Right. It's baked in.
Yeah.
Just don't hurt the artist now, because I'm a staunch believer, never, ever, ever punish innocent people for transgressions of guilty. Never, no matter what. They never deserve it in any capacity.
Yeah.
So, but now what I get to with the comic now, this was one of my prized possessions, all right? A 9.8, and I had it signed by him, came back a 9.8, and he was doing a signing. I was so happy when this came back.
Did you meet him?
No, it was a CGC signing.
Oh.
And I didn't get to meet him. But it came back at 9.8. I was so happy. I put it on the wall. I was like, it's my crown jewel for a couple of months. And then all this stuff started coming out about it. I'm like, oh, no, you got to be kidding me. Oh, I got to admit, though, right away, I'm like, oh, there goes the value.
Sure, that's what affects you.
But do I still put this up? Or do I have to put this into a dark space somewhere?
No, I mean,
in a chest that's locked with with a Da Vinci Code lock or something?
I mean, you could display with all your World War II memorabilia that you have. You haven't taken that stuff down.
Lest anyone think I have World War II memorabilia of a notorious nature.
From a certain side.
From a certain side, I do not. All right, Dave is gaslighting you, just like he gaslights me.
Let's just say you're a big fan of the Axis of Evil.
I do not. Lies. These are lies. You have besmirched me. I will be suing you for defamation of character.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? Yeah, but so what do you think? Do you think that I don't?
I put it up.
You would put it up? But you know.
But he still hasn't been accused. He hasn't been sentenced yet.
No, he hasn't been sentenced.
What if he gets sentenced and he serves his time? Then when it's done, then can you put it back up? I mean, how ridiculous is it? If you really don't like it, get rid of it. If it's that bad.
No, I love the book though.
So you like the book. You like the art of it.
I do love the art, but it's his story. He wrote it.
Okay.
I mean, there is more than one. Not as many people. It doesn't take as many people to write and publish the book as it does a show. But there are more than just him involved in doing the book. There's the artist, the publishing, the inker.
If you felt so strongly about it, you would just take it down.
Well, it is down right now. It's up for show and tell.
Yeah, but you want to put it up.
I don't know. I'm very conflicted. I think I have other books. Maybe I'll give it a hiatus. Put it away for a little while.
It doesn't make you a good person to take it down.
It doesn't make me a good person.
Up. No, it's
does it make me a bad person to put it up?
No,
to keep
I don't
it
think
up.
It makes you a bad person to put it up.
No,
I think it's fake
morality.
Yeah, fake morality, just like fake outrage.
Fake outrage. It's not fake. I mean, it is. It's okay to be outraged by
get
what
rid
happened.
of it if you're really outraged.
But I love the book.
If he gets convicted of what he did, you have his book. Get rid of it if you don't like him.
Maybe I could trade it in for a not signed one. Do you think that's better?
No.
I mean, his name still is at the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's
got to be
at the
somewhere.
top. Yeah, it's on the bottom. On the bottom.
Just cover it, tape it.
If I trade it in and get one that's not signed.
You're going a long way to try to keep the book.
I want the book. I love the series, and I love
Doesn't make
the
you a
story.
bad person.
It's okay. I'm getting the Dave seal of approval. See, that makes me nervous.
You should be. I would not go with my. I mean, my moral compass is
See, I'm
shaky
thinking
about
that
it.
I'm saying whatever you're saying I should do.
Yeah,
I should probably do the opposite.
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
To be safe.
The Costanza method works here, right?
Do you still listen to Michael Jackson?
I do, conflictedly.
Great
yes.
music.
And videos.
Lately, I've heard some of it again, like just bangers.
That's a very good
banger after banger.
Very good comparison. Like everyone still has Michael Jackson playing all over the place.
Listen to R. Kelly?
I haven't in a long time.
Did he?
No,
No?
I haven't. No, Not because, I don't know, the quality there is not.
Well,
you're going down in quality.
you could-
You're
You're not
scaling
missing
down.
anything,
You're
yeah.
scaling down. You went from Michael Jackson to Diddy.
I have a Spotify. It's a playlist. It's just Diddy, R. Kelly, and Michael Jackson. It's all that.
What's the playlist called?
10 to 20. It's great stuff. I could do without R. Kelly or Diddy, to be honest. But the Michael Jackson stuff.
I know. That's
very
hard,
good.
man.
Yeah.
That is difficult to not listen to Michael Jackson.
People are still listening
Again,
to
someone else who has never been convicted of anything, but it looks really bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah, I saw that documentary.
Yeah.
I didn't love what I saw.
No, I didn't. That's putting it really mildly.
I think he was just a weird guy. I don't
Well,
think,
I mean, that goes without saying. He's
I
a
know.
weird guy.
I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know.
No, none of
I
us
wasn't
really
there.
know.
Yeah.
None of us know. We just
But-
go by what we
Yeah.
have seen and heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm in the courtroom, I say,
Guilty.
no, not guilty.
Oh,
I don't know
not
if the-
guilty.
I don't think there's enough evidence to.
You think it was not proven
without a
beyond
doubt?
not
No.
proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
There's doubt in that. If you watch that documentary, there's some doubt.
I guess that you're right. If you had
There's
to
a
take
lot of
it
doubt.
just purely on the edict of you have to be able to convict with 100% certainty. If there's any doubt, you're supposed to acquit.
Right.
That's the system.
Right.
Right.
And I see doubt.
All right. So maybe we'll revisit
I'm
this
not victim
after
blaming.
Neil Gaiman's court case. Maybe it'll be on Court TV.
So if he goes free, do you just everything on the walls, Neil Gaiman?
Just go the other way.
You
Go
can bring out,
completely.
finally, I could bring out all my Neil Gaiman stuff. You've got way too much Neil Gaiman stuff.
An unhealthy
Shirts.
amount of Neil Gaiman.
Life-size blow-up doll of Neil Gaiman.
Cutouts, big cardboard cutouts. No, it is. It is heartbreaking for a fan to when they see your heroes let you down like
Happens
that.
a lot.
It does happen a lot.
Lot.
Right.
What is that saying? Live long enough to be the villain or die? Live long enough to be a...
Yeah, what a great.
What
you know
is
what?
it?
It's you either die the hero,
Right.
or you live long enough to see yourself
be the
become the
villain.
villain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Said by who?
I don't remember.
What? Are you serious right now? You don't know where that's from?
I do. I'm having a brain.
Now I don't know if it
malfunction.
originated in that. If like did Christopher Nolan write that?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Neil
I don't know if
Gaiman?
or is that from some like philosopher that no one knows their name?
I bet you it's from something.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
some
I think
great-
maybe Nolan.
It's a good line if you wrote
It's
it.
a great line. Yeah, it was first said by, I think, did Harvey Dent say it first, and then
I don't
Bruce
remember.
Wayne said it later. I know both Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent said it in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a good line.
Either way, amazing.
great
Yeah,
line.
one of the best lines, and not a line that I really fully absorbed when I saw the movie.
Yeah.
I think like as I matured
You gotta
later,
get older.
Yeah, you get older because
Yeah.
I didn't understand like, well, what do you mean you become the villain?
Right.
And then you like watch things.
Right. Well, you get
know?
older. Well, you get older and you start to disappoint people.
Time right.
You know,
Time
yeah.
goes by,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you see some of your heroes go from hero to villain, and you're like,
Oh, he's a
that's-
piece of shit.
That's
Yeah.
what he meant. Yeah, you just live long enough, and you come around,
Yeah.
right?
It's hard to pitch a perfect game in life.
It is very
really
difficult,
hard.
right?
Especially if you live a
Also,
long
you
time.
know, Batfleck had a little bit in Batman v Superman. He said, he's told Alfred 20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
Right.
Also taking a little bit from that. Yeah. Also one of the better lines in the Snyder movies.
One of the only good lines in this movie.
Was that necessary?
Yes, it was.
That wasn't necessary.
You know it was.
It's a sucker punch, which it did.
You know it's necessary.
Another Zack Snyder special, Sucker Punch. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't know.
Not horrible.
Who's
Not
in
horrible.
that?
Sucker Punch had it's a cavalcade of people you've seen in things.
Is that like, it's kind of like that, what's his name saves the world?
No.
Oh. I thought it was on that kind of a
No,
movie.
it's not like Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
No, it's not
No.
like Scott Pilgrim. No,
It
it
looks
was
like
actually it was actually pretty decent. It got more hate than it should have. It was not a bad film.
Sorry.
Yeah, he put that out right before Man of Steel. Yeah, and people got nervous, like, oh, is this going to be what Man of Steel is like?
Yep.
No, it wasn't. It was very different tone than Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch was really good, really good.
How long was it?
I mean, I shouldn't say really good. I hyped it up too much. It's good. It's decent film.
How long is it?
It's only an hour 50 minutes.
Wow, what happened? What? Is there a Snyder cut?
He had to get to somewhere else. He had to.
Maybe he was working on Man of Steel.
Maybe there was a deadline. Yeah, I don't know. Decent film, decent sci-fi film.
I don't know, man.
Decent sci-fi film. Check it out. See if you like it. Yeah. You have to watch one. Sucker Punch or the first 6 episodes of Sandman.
Well, Sucker Punch is
you're
shorter.
in and out. You're in and out faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sandman is Galactus size better than
Yeah, but
Sucker
here's the
Punch.
problem now. If I watch Sandman now and I like it, I can't admit that now. I'm too deep into the hate of it.
You double. Yeah. See,
Right.
that's what a lot of people do.
So even if I watch it, I'm going to tell you I hate it, even if I like it.
Because your ego won't let you.
I've got to die with that.
You got to die with it, right? You got to double, triple, quadruple down.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because you've already topped that. You've
Right.
pushed all your chips into the
Yeah, and
middle.
it's on tape. I can't now.
Exactly.
So why even bother
Well,
watching it?
maybe you can stop the madness. Maybe Dave can be a beacon to all people who go too far too fast with their hate and turn it around, like Darth Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi. And he's looking at his son and he goes, "No." But he says that internally in the real ones. And he says it externally in the horrible, crappy George Lucas special editions. But maybe you can say an internal no, and you're going to stop and let your ego die 1,000 deaths like it should.
Or I could just push it down, way down,
Stuff
like with everything else. That's been my forte.
It's been working for you so far, hasn't
Not
it?
really, but why change now?
And now, No Cap with Dave.
Is there anything worse than live music?
This has been No Cap with Dave.
Hall of Fame game last night. Start of preseason for football. Official start of preseason.
Did that happen already?
Yeah, last
I
night.
didn't even realize that happened yet.
Chargers, Lions.
Do they keep scoring that game?
Well, I mean, technically, yes, but no.
Do starters even play in that for
No,
one
no
series?
one's players.
No starters.
Even like the good rookies don't.
No,
they
don't
get
play.
like one series.
It's all the people trying to make the team.
Yeah, first, you know.
It's the people on the HBO, the inside the actors NFL studio.
Yeah. All the guys that look really good.
Right.
But won't make the team.
They won't make the team,
Yeah.
right?
So they did 2 new things. They got the digital first down.
What is
they're
that?
going to do?
What is that?
It's eye in the sky. They got
Oh, so like how they do with tennis, the in and out, the
Right.
foul or in computer where it shows whether the ball hit in or out of the
Right.
line, but they're going to do it with the
first
yard
down.
marker.
Right. So it's Sony's Hawkeye virtual measurement technology.
Oh, okay.
So they bring it out. The refs still place the ball.
It's not the same people who made Madam Web with Sony, right?
I hope not.
Unless it's Sydney Sweeney holding the camera. I'm in for that.
Oh, I'm going to need a check on that again. It was a 30-yard bomb. I'm going to need a check on that.
People are doing, they're asking for measurements after like 1st and 2.
6-hour game. You need a measurement. Yeah, so the refs still place the ball. So they're still going to spot it. But the measurements are going to come from the eye in the sky.
Okay, but they're still going to have the yardsticks? Or no more yardsticks?
No yardsticks. They're good. The chain gang, that's what they call them.
The chain gang is gone?
They're going to be there just in case. Like if
Oh,
equipment
right.
malfunctions.
Equipment goes down.
Yeah.
But but no more bringing out the chains and doing the dramatic measurement?
Don't
Oh,
need it.
that's kind of taking something away from football there.
That people are saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is more
They'll probably do it
precise.
like an animation.
Well, it's on the screen. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's
But they'll probably do like a little animation where they have the
Oh, yeah, I
flag
guess
moving
so.
forward or
Yeah,
something
'cause
like
you
that.
have to do little crumbs for the dummies. I mean, it's more accurate.
I know, but that is a big piece of football, the chain.
Okay, well, what's change is good.
Well, if it's more accurate, that's better.
It's more accurate.
Because I'm not ever sure that those chain people are like, what if they like stumble and no one knows and just
What if the
kind of
chain's
put it back?
Yeah, what if the chain's not legit? Like, what if it's missing a ring? I mean,
No, but I think sometimes they're standing over there on the sidelines. No one's really looking at them, and maybe like someone like just moves it a little bit.
You got some money on the game.
Like you just you you phase out for a little bit. You just daydream, and you realize you've moved the stick a couple of inches.
well, I'm for taking human error out of everything.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, why not?
Right.
Especially with these games.
Yeah, I mean the way we're going, let's just give in to
Yeah.
the AI and the robot overlords. It's happening.
Yeah,
It's going to happen. I just want to get on their good side before it's too late.
Sometimes I have $1-2 on these games, and I got some serious cash that I'm working with. I don't need this.
I want a gambling movie about a gambler who only bets like dollar bets. And it's the whole, like his whole life is falling down around him, but it's not because of gambling.
No, the gambling's fine. It's the least of my problems. So it's 8K cameras, whatever that means.
8K?
8K.
That, you made that up.
No, 8K cameras.
Is that just 2 4Ks side by side?
No, it's 8Ks.
That's Sydney Sweeney. Hey-oh.
Yeah, they did it last night. It was cool. I saw it. I liked it. It's quicker. It's,
All right.
you know.
And now is that definitely going to be implemented? Or
They're
have to
doing
vote?
it. No, they're doing it.
But during
That's
the
it.
season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's 100% happening.
Yep.
There's no more voting. It's
No.
it's
That's
done.
happening
All
this
right.
year.
All right. We'll see how that goes.
So, but it'll be better.
Yeah.
Be more.
All right. Let's do it. Go for it.
And the second thing they did last night, kickoff rule change.
Again?
So, yeah.
What'd they do now?
Touchbacks
Yeah.
are now starting at the 35-yard line.
Oh, okay.
They
you know what?
want
That makes
more
sense.
returns.
That makes more sense.
Because people were just kicking it out.
Yeah, because they were not. Yeah.
Because they moved the kicks closer.
Right.
So they were just, kicking it into the touchback.
Yes.
Started at 25.
So now it's a penalty,
penalty.
for kicking into the right. So 35. Wow.
Which is
yeah.
it's a nice.
So
start.
now you want the kicker to be skilled enough to kick it
Drop
in
it.
between the 20-yard line and the goal line.
Right.
More like a punt.
You
really.
want to kind of pooch punt it right into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe punters maybe you'd rather have your punter kick it.
Well, or you could just teach the kicker.
Where are they kicking off from?
They're still kicking off from where they were.
So the 35, they kick from their own 35-yard line.
Right. So they were just punting it into the end
I mean,
zone.
you don't really need a kickoff guy anymore then. You really want a punter
Yeah,
to kick it right in that zone.
maybe.
A good punter.
Well, I mean, isn't the field goal kicker is usually the
kickoff
guy.
Right.
So you still
but
need
they're not usually skilled in placing it where you want it. So that's good though. I definitely agree with that to make it more of a incentive.
Yeah, it was just a waste of a play.
It was
They're
total
just
waste.
Kicking
right.
it. I mean,
no one was returning the
bother.
kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll work.
I think people want that.
Because 35 is that's a good starting point.
35.
Right.
Yeah, you're almost at midfield.
Yeah, especially if all you need is a field goal, like down.
Oh, yeah.
near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't want
You
a
only
touchback.
need, 30, 40 yards.
Right.
You're in field goal range.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Hmm.
Now watch, you'll have more injuries.
Well,
No matter what, someone's going to be upset.
so this Manuel Classe is in
I
a bit of trouble.
Heard
A little
about that. You're making so much money as a professional athlete.
I mean,
Why would you do gambling?
cheating.
That's a sickness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much he's gambling.
And he's not doing dollar bets like you.
That would be really bad.
Can you imagine?
Getting kicked out of the league for dollar bets.
That's something you would do. That would happen to you.
I love the action. You know what I mean?
But I heard he was gambling on like prop bets where.
Yes. Well, his own prop bets.
Right.
So it was tied to another guy on the same team, this Ortiz. So they started investigating him, and then they moved over to Classe, the IC 360. They are they're an organization.
Internal affairs.
Yeah. They watch for like weird bets and weird
bets.
surges and bets.
Right.
So they saw on his prop bets for his like first pitches
Yeah.
was like a huge, amount of
Right.
bets just all of a sudden.
So if he just throws a ball or a strike,
Right.
he wins.
Right.
Right. Depending on what he bet on.
Yeah. And if you go and watch the tape of these pitches, they're really
It's
bad.
bad. Like a ball is like way outside.
Yeah. Like he didn't even try to hide.
Right. Which is easier to bet on a ball because.
Sure. You can
Yeah.
control that.
Right. And he's one of the best closers in the game.
But like at least try to place it nicely. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the best.
He doesn't
can
want to
do
take a
it.
chance.
No, it was just
Right.
horrible pitches. And it's the first pitch, out of the
So
game.
he's going to end up getting banned for life.
If they find him to be, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's incredible.
it's just stupid.
That's
so stupid.
dumb.
He was going to get money. He has a big contract already, but he's one of the best in the game.
Oh, was he up for a renewal? Like it was his
no, I
contract?
think he
ending?
has like a long contract, but now
it's going to nullify. The whole thing's going to be nullified.
And the Indians
Right.
are screwed because they couldn't
The
even move him.
Guardians.
The Guardians.
You absolute ass
Not
bag.
soon. Soon they're going to be the Indians. Indians and the Redskins are coming back.
They're reverting.
Yeah. So is prop betting a problem?
I think prop betting has always been a problem. Yeah, I think it's absolutely too controllable. Yeah, I think they need to get rid of prop betting. Just like they need to get rid of shorting stocks.
Right. Well,
They need to get rid of that nonsense. If you're going to have gambling, at least have the appearance of it being on the up and up. These prop bets, they're just like what color Gatorade are they going to dump at the Super Bowl? Don't tell me there's not somebody who could slip some money.
Of course there is.
You know, I mean, come on. You talk about it, an intern could do that.
But these in-game prop bets are crazy because you could just, I mean, it's
too much.
Every pitch, every inning.
Yeah.
You know, the next throw, the next basket.
Too easily, it's just too easily manipulated. Yeah, I think they got to get rid of that. It's just so nonsense too. And like people losing their shirts over was the coin flip head or tails. It's so sad. That's a cry for help.
Well, it's
to bet on the coin flip.
It's a disease.
It is a disease, right? Yeah, and you can't tell me that you're making it. You can't tell me like the NFL. They have all kinds of contracts and sponsorships with these gambling sites now.
Yeah.
You know, they shouldn't be a part of it if you're feeding into the disease part, with prop bets.
It's big money.
So is methamphetamine.
Yeah, but why did we have to suffer? Why do us dollar bet people have to suffer for other people?
I don't think you make up the portion of the profit margin that they care about. So I guess Disney watches our show because apparently Jeremy Renner is back in for Hawkeye season 2. Somebody over there is watching.
I wonder how that went down.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
is there some groveling?
I hope so. He deserved to be groveled too, because that was a slap in the face, man. And why haven't you heard more though about it? Like, how come there's not like this big? I hope a big campaign is coming, because I want to see a big.
It's done.
I want to see a big Jeremy Renner back in action campaign. Back in action. I want to see it. You know, he said he's getting his body ready. You know, He even I think he let something slip at one of the lesser cons down in South Florida and down in Miami. Should have went to it. We should have went there. SuperCon or something like that.
I heard he was going to be there.
Yeah, he was there, and he said something that he thought maybe he shouldn't have said. Like he said it, and then he was like, there was a long pause. Like gave away a little bit about the show. It wasn't anything big, but he kind of let it out of the bag that it's happening, and he's in it.
Right.
And
what are they going to do? Fire him?
You're right.
Go ahead.
You can basically say anything now. It's bulletproof.
Go ahead.
Right. So they had to do it, but I want to see a big, massive campaign welcoming him back. You know, as the hero that he is, the inspiration that he is.
He got his money.
Okay, that's not enough. He's an inspiration. What's the matter with you?
An inspiration?
Yes, he's an inspiration. Yes. When have you ever been an inspiration?
All the time. You can ask anybody.
And by anybody, you mean
nobody.
They had to do. It would have been a PR nightmare to go through with this season without Jeremy Renner.
You think it was just a negotiating tactic? Like they were going to bring him on?
What kind of it's a horrible negotiating tactic. You're giving yourself a PR black eye. You know? I mean, it did bring attention. So,
yeah.
You know, maybe there's people in these boardrooms that go, how can we create controversy?
I bet there is.
Yeah, maybe there is.
Especially for his show. He's not one of the bigger stars.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there are people in the marketing rooms that go, you know what? Let's create something that's going to blow up, go viral, and look like it gets us in trouble, but we really don't care because it just gets free press.
It's possible.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. But this, I mean, there was no world where they go through with this show and people weren't going to be very upset if they didn't have him in it.
Yeah.
So they did the right thing in the end. Do we give Disney credit for that? Or do we say no because it was a horrible move to begin with? But do you get credit for doing the right thing eventually?
That's all business.
Yeah.
It all comes out in the wash.
They did it because they got backlash.
Yeah, it's all about money in the end.
Right. If they could have got away with it without paying them, they would have done it.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. So no credit. No points. No points awarded.
No.
That's right, Disney. No points awarded. We get canceled. All of our shows are immediately erased from YouTube. What'd you think of Happy Gilmore 2?
It was good.
I think it was better than good.
I've just never been a big fan of
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Really?
I like him. I'm just not a huge fan of the comedy.
What about like, come on, Mr. Deeds? Hilarious.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I don't know. It's not my style.
Was he too silly?
Yeah, a little too silly for me.
Too silly.
I like a smarter.
But you like parodies like Naked Gun, things like that.
But it's smarter comedy.
You think it's smart?
Yeah.
I think actually in this one, he had some smart moments in this.
It was not. Like
the writing wasn't total. I thought that there was some brilliant ploys with the cutting the tendon to make the golfers.
Oh, yeah.
They like the bad crew led by Haley Joe Osment of all people, and the way Shooter McGavin's redemption arc. That was also very well done. Yeah,
It was good. I would give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Don't give it anything. Okay,
What?
it's an Adam Sandler funny good time.
you
Not everything needs to be rated.
Well, I'm telling you how I liked it.
I don't want to hear it. Okay, it doesn't need to be rated. It's just, did it make you laugh?
Well, yeah, but I mean, there are horrible things that make me laugh too. Well, that's not a.
I'm not talking about you standing at traffic lights waiting for entertainment. Okay, I'm talking about, did you laugh enough throughout this film to say it was a really good comedy?
A really good comedy?
Yeah, really good comedy.
Not a really good comedy.
I laughed. I was laughing pretty much continuously throughout the entire film. From beginning to end, I was laughing.
I had a few laugh out loud moments.
I had many, much more than a few.
Many much more?
Yes. Are you dead inside?
All right.
What's going on?
That's just your opinion.
No. It was an.
I said it was good.
What about Eminem?
That was great. I love that. It was funny.
How funny was the Eminem part?
Yeah, I mean, he has such a great sense of humor about himself.
He does, right? Yeah. I love the Detroit, calling out Detroit and the alligators. That was funny as hell. I just think with a movie like this, it doesn't require, do I give it an A or a B or 6 stars,
Well, it's
or
just
7 stars or 2 stars?
I'm communicating how much I liked it.
Okay, but I think with this kind of thing, you just say this was funny. It made me laugh a lot. It was successful. It's like when Harrison Ford told Mark Hamill on the set of the first Star Wars movie,
"Hey, kid, it ain't that kind of movie."
the most important aspect with like an Adam Sandler movie, was it a good time? Did you have fun? Did you laugh at it? Did it make you laugh out loud?
Yeah, a couple times. About 7.5 worth.
I hate you so much.
I wouldn't watch it again.
I'd watch it again.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
Fight me. I don't like how he dresses. It bothers me.
who, Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
You mean in the movies or in real life?
He dresses the same way in the movies as he does in real life.
That's true, he does.
It's the same wardrobe.
Too baggy.
It's baggy. It doesn't match. It bothers me. I can't get past that sometimes. Like, you wouldn't put that on.
That might be day 1 in therapy. So the quote-unquote perfect movie and the quote-unquote greatest sequel of all time, stated by you,
really
is getting a 3rd installment.
It's the greatest franchise of all time with those stats.
Gremlins is going to be is it going to be a perfect trilogy now if this one is good?
I mean, I bet you Quentin Tarantino is going to see this 3rd one. That'll see.
Right. He's a guy that doesn't like to see sequels,
but,
right?
I mean, how could you
or
not
remakes.
See,
Yeah.
How could you not see another perfect movie, though?
Right. See, so you're going to, I think you already bought your tickets, right? It's in pre-production. You have pre-production advance ticketing.
I mean, Spielberg hasn't even read the script yet.
Right. They're waiting for him to
his approval.
to okay it.
Yeah.
I heard that Zach Galligan has said it's really good.
Sure. He's got one of them red phones. He's waiting. He's got the Gremlins phone.
I think if it was even titled Gremlins 3, but the movie was Sucker Punch 2, he would have said, "This is fantastic. Let's go."
Yeah, I think he's just looking for work.
Right. Anything. Let's go.
Yeah.
But the real question is, are we going to get 80s icon Phoebe Cates in the movie as well?
She's still working?
I haven't seen what Phoebe
Has she
Cates...
been in anything?
I don't know what Phoebe Cates has done in the last, say, 10 years or so. Last thing on her IMDb is a video game, Lego Dimensions, 2015. 10 years. She hasn't worked, but she's probably still living off those Drop Dead Fred residuals.
I think she owes money from Drop Dead Fred.
They call her up every week. Yeah, Drop Dead Fred did poorly again in the VODs.
Some kind of work release program.
You owe us 69 cents.
She's on the side of the road picking up litter for Drop Dead Fred.
What would you do with this 3rd movie? Maybe they can have a crossover. Maybe Gremlins can meet another 80s franchise.
Well, Gremlins, fun fact, is the only monster that Eric Kripke wishes he had done during Supernatural.
I did hear that. How could you go 15 seasons and never do a Gremlin?
Just never got to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe things are going sideways.
Oh, how fantastic.
Hear me out.
How fantastic.
Things are going sideways. Yeah. They all ate after midnight twice. And they become super gremlins, right? No one has an answer. And then you hear, right? You hear the music in the background. Baby comes rolling up. They're both outside the window. They're not even driving the car anymore. They're just out the window like this. It's driving itself. The car is now a sentient entity. And that's it. There's no. You just see them coming into town. Roll credits. The end. Because you know what's going to happen.
It goes black, and you just hear like gremlins screaming.
Yeah. And then son of a bitch. End of movie.
He had a script ready for that too, for Supernatural. It was going to be the gremlins, because gremlins in like real lore, they're little animals that get into machines.
I know. I have them in my computer at work. I have them in my televisions at home. They're everywhere in my house. They do all sorts of things to my stuff that I get blamed for.
We're working on that with you.
There are gremlins in my house.
Okay. Well, we know. It's okay.
You're patronizing me, I can tell.
No, we believe you.
Swear to God. Every week when I try to start the show, I have gremlins. Every week there are gremlins. You know there are gremlins.
You're the gremlin.
No. You know there are gremlins here.
There are no gremlins here.
There are all kinds of gremlins.
He wanted to do, the plot was they would get into Baby and take over Baby.
Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah, and Dean would have had to have destroyed Baby. And like, he would have had to have dealt with that. It would have been a good episode.
That would have been amazing. Yeah. Holy crap. How did they not do that?
He never got to it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. The gremlins get in Baby, right?
And take it over.
And then he has to like sacrifice.
He has to destroy Baby.
But he would have built it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still he would have had to have come to terms with destroying it.
Ooh. That would have been emotional.
That would have been cool to see. Maybe they could do a movie. Well, there's the movie. Gremlins versus
That's what we're saying. Gremlins 3, but you just call it Supernatural. Instead of Zach Galligan, he's just replaced with Jensen Ackles. And no one says a word.
I wouldn't go see that.
Everyone would see it.